When Mark discovered his girlfriend had secretly excluded his daughter from their family vacation, he didn't argue, he made a new plan. What followed was a quiet act of loyalty that changed everything. I'm Mark, 42, and I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend, Lauren, 39, for just over 2 years. We each have children from previous marriages. I have a 10-year-old daughter, Lily, and she has 2 children, Ethan, 14, and Sophie, 12. My ex-wife and I share custody of Lily, but I typically have her on weekends and most holidays because my ex travels often for work. Lauren has primary custody of her kids. Their father sees them every other weekend. From the outside, our blended family seemed to be working fine. The kids got along reasonably well, your standard sibling-like bickering, but nothing out of the ordinary. Lily is a bit more reserved than Lauren's outgoing kids, but she's always polite and eager to be included. I made a real effort to treat Ethan and Sophie as my own, helping with homework, attending school functions, joining in on family outings. About 8 months ago, Lauren and her kids moved into my home. I bought this 4-bedroom house post-divorce, and I made sure everyone had their own room, including Lily. Her room is decorated just the way she likes it, and I've always made it clear that this is just as much her home as it is anyone else's. Now for the situation that led to what some might call petty revenge. Roughly 2 months ago, Lauren started talking about planning a spring break trip to Florida. Her parents own a condo in Orlando, and she thought it'd be fun to hit the theme parks for a week. I thought it was a great idea and told her I'd talk to my ex so Lily could be with us the entire week, even though part of it would fall on her mom's time. Lauren agreed to handle the bookings since she knew the area and the kids' preferences better. I offered to split costs, but she told me she'd use airline points for the flights, and I could cover the theme park tickets. Sounded fair to me. Over the following weeks, she'd mention things like restaurant reservations or which attractions she'd booked, and I'd see her researching vacation stuff. I was swamped at work, so I appreciated her taking the reins. Lily was thrilled. She'd never been to Florida. I'd catch her watching videos about the rides and parks online. 3 weeks before the trip, I was checking my work calendar and realized I didn't have our flight info. I asked Lauren when we were flying out so I could block off the right days. We leave Saturday the 13th at 10 a.m. and come back the following Saturday night, she said. Can you forward me the booking confirmation? I asked. She hesitated. I haven't emailed it to myself. It's just in my airline account. That raised a red flag. That evening, while she was in the shower, I asked if I could use her laptop, mine was charging, and took a peek at her airline account. Sure enough, only 4 tickets were booked, 1 each for her, Ethan, Sophie, and me. Lily wasn't on it. At first, I thought it was a mistake, or maybe she'd made a separate reservation. When she got out of the shower, I asked her directly, Hey, I noticed the flight confirmation only lists 4 passengers. Where's Lily's ticket? She gave me an annoyed look and said, I didn't book one for her. I thought she could stay with your mom that week. I was floored. This is a family vacation. Lily is part of this family. She's only here part-time, she said. The condo has 3 bedrooms, 1 for us, 1 for Ethan, 1 for Sophie. Unless Lily wants to sleep on the pull-out in the living room, it'd be a hassle. Besides, I only had enough points for 4 tickets. I asked calmly but firmly. Why didn't you ask me? I would have gladly paid for her ticket. Lauren rolled her eyes. Fine, but we already planned everything for 4 people. I don't know where she'd even sleep. That's when it hit me, this wasn't a mistake. This was a deliberate choice. Weeks of planning and zero inclusion of Lily. I didn't argue. I just nodded and said, I'll figure something out. And I did. I quietly canceled my flight. Then I booked 2 new ones, for me and Lily, to San Diego. I'd always wanted to take her to the zoo and SeaWorld, and she'd been dying to see the ocean. I reserved a hotel by the beach, made restaurant bookings, and filled the itinerary with things just for her. I didn't say a word to Lauren. She still thought we were going to Florida together. I even coordinated with my ex-wife to ensure Lily could come. She was 100% supportive. The night before our departure, I told Lily. She was ecstatic, especially since Ethan and Sophie had been teasing her about sleeping on the couch. That Saturday morning, we all drove to the airport in my car. Their flight was at 10 a.m., ours was at 11:30 a.m. We walked in together. Lauren led her kids to her airline's check-in counter. I told her, "See you at the gate," and walked Lily to our check-in instead. Once we had our boarding passes, we got breakfast. I texted Lauren, "Which gate are you at? We'll come say goodbye." She replied with the gate number. We went there. When she saw us, she looked relieved, then confused. "Where are your bags?" she asked. "Boarding's about to start. We're not on this flight," I said. "What?" "Lily and I are going to San Diego. Since you decided she wasn't part of your family vacation, we planned our own trip." Her face changed rapidly: shock, rage, embarrassment. "You can't be serious," she hissed. "Get on the flight." "I canceled my ticket weeks ago," I replied calmly. "Lily and I have plans." "You're ruining everything." "What do I tell my parents?" "Tell them the truth, that you excluded my daughter from a family vacation." Boarding was called. Her son tugged on her arm, clearly uncomfortable. "We have to go," he said. "This conversation isn't over," Lauren snapped. "You humiliated me." "You embarrass yourself," I said, taking Lily's hand. We walked away. Lily whispered, "Thank you, Dad." San Diego was incredible. Lily saw the ocean for the first time. We went to the zoo, SeaWorld, Legoland, everything. It was the best vacation I've ever had because she felt completely seen. Lauren sent dozens of texts. First angry. Then manipulative. Then desperate. I replied with brief updates and cheerful pictures of Lily smiling by the water. When we got back, Lauren and her kids stayed longer in Florida. I took that time to think. This incident wasn't isolated. It was part of a pattern: grocery lists ignoring Lily's preferences, movie nights with films she hated, scheduling things when she was home. 3 days later, they returned. Lauren tried to act like nothing had happened. When I stayed distant, she finally asked, "Don't you think you overreacted?" "I told you I was upset," I said. "You dismissed me." "I treat Lily well." "You tolerate her." "That's not the same." We talked late into the night. I listed every moment she sidelined my child. She got defensive. Then apologetic. But never truly understood. "You need to find another place to live," I said. "This isn't working." "You're ending things over a vacation?" "No. I'm ending things because you don't see my daughter as part of the family." 6 months passed. The breakup was messy. She cried, accused, begged. I held the line. Lily flourished. She opened up more, smiled more. She told me how she always felt like she was in the way. Friends said I overreacted. That we could have done therapy. But I won't compromise my daughter's sense of home or belonging. We started daddy-daughter days. Twice a month. Parks, museums, hikes, just us. I'm dating again, casually. No one needs Lily unless I'm sure. We're a package deal. That trip taught me the most loving thing you can do for your child is stand up for them. Always. A year later. Lily is thriving. We went to Yellowstone this summer. She's lobbying for Hawaii next. I'm seeing someone new, Jenna. She has a son, Alex, 9. First time she met Lily, she brought her a personalized journal. No occasion. Just so she'd feel welcome. It meant everything. And unexpectedly, Ethan, Lauren's son, reached out a few months ago. He missed our chats. We now talk occasionally, with his parents' permission. Lauren and I maintain a polite distance. She never admitted she was wrong, but I think she gets it now. Lily knows I'm in her corner. And that's worth everything. To every parent out there, trust your gut. If your child feels sidelined, believe them. Fight for them. They remember who stood up for them, forever.